Hi everybody, and welcome to Talk to the Expert at property-investors.co.nz. Today we have with us David Whitburn, best-selling author of Invest and Prosper with Property and the director of davidwhitburn.com. David is also the current IPA president, which is the Auckland Property Investors Association. Welcome for this interview, David.
Thanks, Siddharth.
We would like to discuss with you today about the Auckland property market, what you see in the market, and which movement you see within the suburbs and the growth hotspot at the moment.
Great. I'm seeing a lot on the market there. There's been a lot of activity. The activity, from my way of thinking, really started picking up since around November at the end of last year, 2011. The fact is, the KiwiSaver contributions, the Housing New Zealand contributions have helped stimulate a lot of the lower and mid-decile areas of the market. People are able to withdraw their KiwiSaver contribution since they've been in there for 3 years, get $1,000 a year. So if you've been in KiwiSaver for at least 3 years, so that means if you're in a couple buying a home under $400,000 in Auckland, you might be able to get $8,000 towards your home in addition to withdrawing KiwiSaver. So that's been one driving force in the market. The first homeowners, investors now are just starting to feel a bit more comfortable. There aren't the commentators saying, hey, the official cash rate is going to be skyrocketing up anytime soon. So some of this global uncertainty is actually having a good impact on interest rates, which we do expect to be lower for longer. So some investors are coming out of the woodwork. It's still mainly the first homeowners that are actually driving it. Then again, there's some people that are saying to me, I just can't get the returns that I want out of term deposits and the like, so they're choosing themselves to invest in property. So that's all been really quite positive for the market. In addition, in Auckland, it's slightly different to other areas of the country, I gather, in that there seems to be some quite significant population growth. Auckland's doing well from migration, and there's some really positive statistics there. When you combine that with underbuilding, there are some big problems. The Auckland Council have on their own website that we need to build 13,000 houses a year, each and every year going up to 2040. So where we are now, 28 years to go to doing that, well, the last few years we've been building under 3,000 houses per year. This year we're on track for building over 3,000 for the very first time, but there's still a lag of over 9,500 homes each year. So how are we going to fill that lag? What happens if there is still an increased demand and there's still a reduced supply? No one can get rid of those economic laws of supply and demand. There's only one way for rents and prices to go, and that's up in Auckland over the medium and longer term, on the basis that we're just not meeting the current demand levels. There's a complete undersupply of houses, and this is really, really exciting for long-term property investors.
Yes, we had quite a significantly growth in rents in the last year or so, and this has been influencing positively for investors. But in a way, a lot of people now, seems like home buyers rather try and get into the housing market, considering the low interest rate, in opposed to renting.
Absolutely. There are a lot of people that are thinking, hey, I don't need to rent anymore, I'm going to buy my own home. But then a lot of people are making the choice, I don't want to tie up all this capital, I'm going to rent too. And the rental market has been really, really robust in Auckland over the last 18 months. It's been quite exciting to see the rents go up. With my property management company, Whitburn Property Management, I make sure that every 6 months I've been putting the rents up on all my clients and my own properties. It's been great because I used to get a lot of resistance and tenants chewing my manager's ears out over, you can't raise the rent, you can't do this. But in every case they've been able to put rents up, even if it's only $10 a week in the absolute outskirts, the rents are able to go up by that much. Now in some of the central suburbs, rents have been going up well in excess of $40 a week in a 6-month period. Suburbs like Kohimarama, Meadowbank, Remuera, Epsom, Ponsonby, Grey Lynn, Westmere, there's some huge rental rises that are able to be given, and they've been quite accepted by the tenants.
That's great. So any of those investors who sit on properties for many years and didn't increase the rents for any reason, we strongly encourage you to go and review your portfolio and lift rents to market rent. David, we want to thank you for this interview. For any more information about David Whitburn, you could visit his website, davidwhitburn.com. Thank you, David. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Siddharth.